Olive was standing in the middle of a huge circus ring. She was wearing big shoes, a silly wig, and a large red nose, just like the one worn by a clown in a poster she could see nearby.
Oh, I'm at the circus.
Suddenly, someone shouted.
Oh, look out!
A cheeky little monkey wearing a red hat swung past, snatching her red clown's nose from her beak.
Hey, come back!
You'll never catch him. He stole my red nose too.
Said a very sad-looking seal, dressed in a clown costume.
I've been trying to get my red nose back all day, but he's just too quick.
Oh, I'm Olive, and you were on that poster.
I am the great Grimaldi, the funniest clown in town. Or at least I was. I don't feel very funny now, not without my red nose.
Olive was sad to see Grimaldi so downhearted.
I'll get your red nose back for you. Then you can be the funniest clown in town again.
It's not possible. That cheeky monkey is always out of reach.
Olive looked up at the monkey sitting on a trapeze, high up in the roof of the circus tent. He was wearing a red nose. Then she saw the circus cannon nearby.
A cheeky monkey too high to reach. A circus cannon? I think I may have an idea.
You can get my red nose back?
Grimaldi asked.
Yes, wish me luck.
Suddenly, the cannon went boom,
Wow!
shooting Olive up into the air like a rocket.
Pecking! Red nose, here I come.
Olive was ready to snatch the red nose back, but as she flew over, the monkey ducked, sending Olive shooting over his head and bouncing off the sides of the circus tent. Luckily for Olive, Grimaldi swung into view on another trapeze and caught hold of her just in time, much to the now watching audience's delight.
Oh, thanks, Grimaldi.
Olive looked down and saw the red-nosed monkey balanced on a high wire below them.
Okay, one red nose coming up.
Olive let go and dropped down onto the high wire, catapulting the surprised monkey back up towards Grimaldi, who caught him by his feet.
Gotcha!
Cried Grimaldi. Suddenly, the monkey threw the red nose up towards Grimaldi.
Hey, catch!
Called the monkey. Grimaldi caught the red nose, but he had to let go of the monkey's feet, and the monkey dropped down onto the high wire, sending Olive catapulting.
I have it!
Olive looked down.
But who has us?
They tumbled towards the circus ring below. Luckily, they landed in a safety net.
Who are they laughing at?
They're laughing at you, Grimaldi. You don't need a red nose to be funny. You're Grimaldi, the funniest clown in town.
You're right.
Just then, Olive heard something falling from above. She looked up and plonk! The monkey had dropped her red nose, and it landed right back on Olive's beak.
Bravo, Olive. You make a great clown.
Well, I do like a bit of clowning around.
They both laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Pecking? Actually, I've been clowning around in the circus.
Your head's been in the sun too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure.
Olive the Ostrich!
Olive was standing in a huge room with large pictures on the walls and big, oddly shaped objects all over the place.
Oh, what a colourful place.
Suddenly, Olive heard a voice.
Where did I put them?
One of the objects began to move. It was a seagull. It wore a beret and was waving around a paintbrush. Olive jumped.
I didn't notice you back there. I'm Olive.
Greetings. I'm Vincent van Gogh, famous artist and sculptor. This is my gallery, and these are my paintings and sculptures. You like them, yes?
Oh, they're fantastic.
Exclaimed Olive.
Yeah, I agree. I'm very talented, it's true. But I just need to paint one more painting on this blank canvas for my big exhibition. Problem is, I can't find my tubes of paint. God!
Then Olive noticed something shining on one of the sculptures.
A telescope? I think I may have an idea.
Olive looked through the telescope for clues, and on the floor she spotted some drips of paint. She followed the trail of paint over to a sculpture of a man having a good old think.
Here's one.
Said Olive, throwing it down to Vincent.
Ah, my green paint!
Here's another.
Ah, my yellow paint!
Olive continued to follow the trail, finding Vincent's tubes of paint in all sorts of interesting places. She found Vincent's blue paint, his orange paint, and his purple paint. Vincent was very pleased.
Oh, yes, I must have left my paints in my great works of art as I was creating them. Well spotted, Olive. You have the eye of a great artist.
Thanks very much.
But where is my lucky color? Red.
Hey, I think I see it.
Olive had spotted it at the very top of the tallest sculpture in the room.
Ah, how are we going to reach that?
Don't worry, Vincent. I'll get it.
Olive jumped up on the sculpture and started to climb. She reached out and just managed to knock the paint down to Vincent.
Oh, well done, Olive.
He exclaimed.
Now I have all my paints.
As Olive cheered, she lost her balance. Olive landed on top of Vincent, who dropped his tubes of paint, which squirted all over Olive as they hit the ground. Cried Olive as she stumbled backwards, covered in paint, and fell onto the blank canvas.
Oh, no. Are you all right, Olive?
I'm okay, but I think I've ruined your canvas.
But when Olive pulled herself away from the canvas, on it was an amazing multicoloured painting of Olive.
It's spectacular!
Exclaimed Vincent.
It's a masterpiece, the best in my big exhibition.
Hey, I've always wanted to be in a painting.
Giggled Olive. They both laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Okay. Actually, I had a painting in an art exhibition.
Your head's been in the sun too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure. Olive was standing by a stage in a television studio with a cheering audience. She was wearing a pink skirt and top. On stage, two flamingos were dancing and singing.
Yeah, 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 we'll give you a wink. We're the super girls and we like to wear pink. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Olive could see three judges. One of them was a big bull wearing a dark suit. His name was Mooman Cowbell.
Super Feathers, that was a terrible performance. Absolutely awful.
The crowd began to boo. Super Feathers did not look happy.
You sounded okay, but the other one, my pet cat has a better singing voice.
Oh, he's not a very nice bull.
If you've got any chance of winning the wow factor, you Super Feathers need to shape up before your final performance.
Maybe I can help.
Thought Olive, and followed the girls as they went backstage.
Yoo-hoo! Can I come in? My name's Olive.
Yeah, all right there. My name's Stacey and this is Tracy. How's it going, Olive?
Oh, Tracy, what's wrong with your voice?
Got this cold, haven't I? I can hardly speak, let alone sing. That's why we gave such a terrible performance. Yeah, it's the finals soon. We're never going to win with Tracy sounding so rough.
Olive looked down and saw that she was wearing the same pink costume as Tracy and Stacey.
My pink costume? Your pink costumes? I think I may have an idea. I could join Super Feathers and sing instead of you, Tracy. I'd fit right in. I'm a very good singer.
Great idea, but you'll need to learn our dance routine and song super fast.
Stacey and Tracy got to work teaching Olive the song and the dance routine. It was hard work, and Olive had to learn it really quickly. Very soon there was a knock on the dressing room door.
Super Feathers, you're on stage in 2 minutes, darlings.
Okay, you ready, Olive?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Olive and Super Feathers began their performance.
Yeah, 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 we'll give you a wink. We're the super
first, it was going really well. Olive sang with Stacy and Tracy mimed along to the words. But as Olive danced, she got so carried away singing the song that she went in the wrong direction and she danced right off the front of the stage. Olive went flying and landed sitting in Mooman Cowbell's lap. He looked completely shocked. But Olive carried on and managed to finish the song.
Yeah, 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 we'll give you a wing. We're the Super Feather Girls and we like to wear pink.
That was an utterly, completely, totally amazing performance. No one's had the courage to jump in my lap before. Super Feathers, you are this year's Wow Factor winners.
Thanks, Olive. You really saved the day.
Yay, we're all going to be super famous.
Oh, I don't know if I'm cut out for fame, but I think you girls are going to be Super Feathers superstars.
They all laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Okay, actually, I helped the Super Feathers win Wow Factor.
Your head's been in the sun too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure.
Olive the Ostrich!
Olive was outside in a large field. It was a cloudy day and there was a machine with a huge pipe poking up into the sky. Lots of wires ran into a control box on the side with a big dial on it.
Oh, watch out!
Cried a voice. Olive just had time to duck as an old man flew right over the top of her head. He had a backpack with a spinning propeller and was carrying a remote control and a strange-looking object.
Oh, are you okay? I'm Olive.
Yes, I think so.
Said the old man.
I'm Dr. Cleverbrain, famous inventor, and this is my weather machine. I've just been trying to mend it.
A weather machine? What does it do?
It controls the weather. It makes clouds, rain, snow, thunder, lightning, wind, and it can even suck up the clouds too. But this special multispectral Ujikali Herbal Madrometer has fallen off the top, and the machine won't work without it.
Oh, well, can you fix the, multi-spectral thingamy?
I've been trying to fly up there using my helipack, but can't work the helipack remote control and hold the multispectral Ujikali Herbal Madrometer at the same time.
A helipack? A remote control? I think I may have an idea. Maybe I could control your helipack using the remote control so you can replace the multi-herply thingamy thing.
Great idea, Olive.
Dr. Cleverbrain gave Olive the remote control. She started to move the sticks and jerkily guided Dr. Cleverbrain up to the top of the pipe. Olive was concentrating hard. This wasn't easy at all.
Just a little bit closer, Olive.
But Olive was so focused on controlling the helipack, she didn't notice she'd bumped the control dial on the weather machine. The dial on the machine turned to wind. Olive spun around trying to control the helipack as she watched Dr. Cleverbrain, but got tangled up in the wires, so she couldn't see what she was doing.
Who turned out the lights?
The weather machine made lots of rain.
Oh, 99.
Then suddenly, it made a thunderstorm. Then a snowstorm. And finally, it sucked up all the clouds in the sky, along with poor old Dr. Cleverbrain. Then there was a bang and a clatter, and Dr. Cleverbrain came flying out of the doors at the bottom of the machine. He helped untangle Olive.
Oh, what happened?
We fixed the machine, Olive. just like new.
Olive looked up and saw all the weather shooting out from the machine into the sky. In one place, it was snowing. In another, it was raining. And in another place, there was a thunderstorm. And right above Olive was bright sunshine, making a beautiful rainbow.
Looks like it'll be hard to forecast the weather today.
Chuckled Olive. They both laughed. And as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Actually, I've been using a weather machine to make weather.
Your head's been in the sun too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure. Olive was standing in the middle of a huge amusement park. People were having a great time everywhere.
Great. Lots of fun things to do here.
Whoosh! Suddenly something zoomed over Olive's head. She looked up to see people riding on a roller coaster. Olive thought it looked very scary.
Oh, wow. Wish I could have a go on that.
Olive looked down and saw a little hamster.
Hello, I'm Olive.
I'm Harry. I really want to ride the Mega Scream roller coaster.
The Mega Scream. I don't like the sound of that at all.
Problem is, I'm not allowed to go on it on my own. Would you like to ride the Mega Scream with me?
Olive took another look at the Mega Scream. As she did, the roller coaster cars did a loop-the-loop. Olive gulped. The Mega Scream looked really scary to her.
It does look like lots of fun, but it's very hot today. We could get sunburned so high up. Maybe we should save it for later when it's cooler.
Oh, okay then.
Olive could see how disappointed the little hamster was, and she wanted to cheer him up. Olive looked around at all the other rides.
An amusement park with lots of fun things to do. I think I may have an idea. Come on, Harry. We're going to have the most fun day ever.
Olive decided that she and Harry would try everything in the amusement park, apart from the Mega Scream, of course. They threw coconuts at the coconut shy. They had a go on the carousel.
Oh, this is fun,
Said Olive as they went round and round. They slid down the helter-skelter. They even had a go on the dodgem cars. Soon, they had tried pretty much everything in the amusement park, apart from the Mega Scream roller coaster.
Can we go on the Mega Scream now?
I'm really hungry. Why don't we get some yummy ice creams?
Oh, ice cream, my favourite.
It was Olive's favourite too. They went and bought 2 huge cones. But Olive's ice cream was so big, she couldn't see where she was walking.
Olive, shall we try this one last ride over here?
Why not?
Said Olive, not seeing what the ride was. She and Harry took their seats, and suddenly a metal bar came down over them.
What ride is this?
It's the Mega Scream. Here we go.
Before Olive could say anything, the roller coaster accelerated away. Olive and Harry went zooming and loop-the-looping all over the park.
Isn't it amazing, Olive?
I thought I'd be scared, but now I'm on it. This is the best ride ever.
Finally, the ride came to the end. Olive and Harry looked down. Their ice creams had disappeared. They looked behind them to see 2 foxes covered in ice cream.
Oh, sorry. Our ice creams must have flown off the cones somewhere on the ride.
We rather enjoyed our surprise snack.
Said one of the foxes. Olive and Harry got off the Mega Scream.
Thanks for giving me such an amazing afternoon.
And thank you for helping me get over my fear of roller coasters.
Chuckled Olive. They both laughed. And as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Actually, I rode the Mega Scream roller coaster.
Your head's been in the sun too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure. Olive was standing on a large grey planet. She was wearing a strange helmet that was attached to a big backpack.
Oh, look at the sky! Isn't it beautiful?
Suddenly, a little green man popped out of one of the holes. He was carrying a bright red handbag.
Oh dear, oh dear.
He said as he hurried past Olive.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Hello, my name's Olive. What's the hurry?
The little green man stopped.
Oh hello. My name is Buzzapalema Hoopilaga Roopilaba Bababaja Camu Beep, but you can call me Sarah.
Oh, Sarah. That's an odd name for a little man.
Well, of course, I am an alien.
That's true. Nice to meet you, Sarah. I've never met an alien before.
Well, it's nice to meet you too, but I'm in a real hurry. Can't stop and chat.
But why are you in such a rush?
It's my mum's birthday, and I've bought her a sunstone. Problem is, I'm so forgetful I've gone and forgotten where I've put it, and my mum will be here in her spaceship any minute now.
Oh dear. I could help you look, but I don't know what a sunstone looks like.
Sarah opened his handbag and took out a large pad of paper and some crayons.
I'm a great drawer. I can draw you a picture of a sunstone, and then maybe you could help me look for it, Olive.
Sarah sat down and drew a lovely picture of a big red stone. Olive looked thoughtfully at the drawing.
Your picture's really good. In fact, it's so good, I think I may have an idea. Why don't you draw lots and lots of pictures of the sunstone and write missing across it in big letters? I'll pin them up, and then if anyone sees the stone, they'll know where to hand it in.
So Sarah sat and drew picture after picture after picture. And Olive ran all around the planet, pinning them anywhere and everywhere. Eventually, the whole planet was covered in pictures of the sunstone. Olive and Sarah waited and waited and waited.
Oh dear, no one's come to tell us they found the sunstone. And after all that work we did.
Oh, hang on. I forgot. No one else lives on this planet but me.
Oh, so no one else is going to see our posters anyway? Well, now we're never going to find the sunstone. The whole planet is covered in our posters.
Oh no, here comes my mum.
Just then, Sarah's mum arrived in her spaceship. She was wearing a beautiful red stone around her neck, just like the ones in the pictures.
Oh my goodness.
Sarah's mum exclaimed.
You've decorated the whole planet for my birthday. And thank you so much for this lovely sunstone. It arrived in the space mail this morning.
Olive shook her head and chuckled.
Sarah, you're so forgetful. You forgot you'd already sent the sunstone to your mum in the space mail. Maybe you should write everything down so you don't forget things in the future.
Of course, that's what the crayons and the paper were for.
They all laughed. And as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Okay. Actually, I've been to another planet and helped an alien.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure.
Olive the Ostrich!
Till she popped up somewhere new. Olive was standing in a big room wearing a silver hat and a costume.
Egg, this is a sparkly costume, but where am I?
Olive could see lots of interesting objects. There was a table with a top hat, a rabbit and playing cards on it. And next to the table was a tall cabinet with a door in the front. Suddenly, from behind the cabinet, a little man appeared holding a magic wand. He was peering at the cabinet very closely.
Oh, what's wrong with this trick?
Muttered the man.
Excuse me, can I help at all?
Oh, who are you? Did you appear out of thin air?
I'm Olive. I suppose I did.
I'm Hey Presto, Master Magician. Things magically appear out of thin air around here all the time. For example...
Hey Presto reached behind Olive's head and pulled out a red hanky. Attached to a blue hanky. Attached to a yellow hanky. Soon he had pulled out a huge long rope of hankies.
Ta-da!
Dick, that was an amazing trick.
Thank you, Oliver. Problem is, though, I've been having lots of trouble with this trick. My magic cabinet.
What sort of trouble?
I keep losing my magician's assistants in it. They climb inside, I wave my wand and say abracadabra. And when the door opens, they've completely disappeared.
Sounds like another amazing trick to me.
But I can't get them to appear again.
Wailed Hey Presto.
Oh, I've already lost 5 assistants this week. You must be the new assistant I ordered, but I don't want to lose you as well.
Where could they all have gone?
Wondered Olive. Then she spotted the long rope of hankies.
A rope of hankies? A magic cabinet? I think I may have an idea. Hey, Presto, could you tie one end of the hanky rope to my wing?
Of course.
Okay, I'll get in the cabinet and you make me disappear. The hanky rope will mean that wherever I go, you can pull me back again.
Excellent idea. Just give the rope a tug when you want me to pull you back.
Olive stepped into the cabinet and Hey Presto closed the door. He tapped on the cabinet with his magic wand and said,
Abracadabra!
Suddenly, a trap door opened underneath Olive and she fell straight down a long chute. She finally dropped onto a huge pile of cushions. Olive looked up and saw she was in a little room. Sitting around on chairs were lots of magician's assistants.
Hello there. You must be the missing magician's assistants.
Yes, we are.
Said one.
Some of us have been down here for ages. It's very boring, but at least there's a machine selling fizzy drinks and crisps.
Well, I'm here to rescue you. I need all of you to hold hands in a line and one of you to hold on to my wing.
Once they were all holding hands, Olive called up the chute.
Hey, Presto!
Hey Presto started pulling up the rope, and soon Olive and all the magician's assistants were being hauled up the chute together. Finally, they reached the top. Hey Presto pulled Olive and all the missing assistants out of the cabinet.
Oh, well, now I have more assistants than I know what to do with. Thanks so much, Olive.
That's okay. You'll soon have one less. It's probably time I disappeared anyway.
They all laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Okay. Actually, I've been a disappearing magician's assistant.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure. Olive was outside in the rain, right in the middle of a large muddy field. She was wearing a maroon-coloured shirt and was holding an umbrella to keep her dry.
Oh, Bagirk, I'm wearing a sports kit.
There was a goal at each end of the muddy field, and behind one of the goals there was a large tree laden with apples.
Hey, number 7.
Shouted a tall pig with a clipboard.
Hello, I'm Olive.
I'm Sean Curlytail. I coach the Richmond Hockey Hogs.
He said, pointing towards a group of pigs all wearing the same maroon kit as Olive.
And you must be our missing team member.
Oh, how exciting.
Problem is, you're not the only thing missing. Today, I forgot to bring the hockey sticks and hockey balls. We can't play hockey without them.
Olive looked at the big apple tree.
Some apples? My umbrella? I think I may have an idea.
Olive organised the team into a large pyramid with hair at the very top. Olive hooked her umbrella around a branch that had lots of apples hanging down from it. She shook the branch and all the apples fell off it and tumbled to the ground.
Oh, this is all well and good, and apples are very tasty. But how does this help us play hockey?
Well, a hockey ball is small and round like an apple. And a hockey stick is a long straight stick with a curve on the bottom, a bit like this umbrella.
Oh, brilliant idea, Olive. But to play a game of hockey, we all need a stick. Excuse me.
Piped up a small pig.
I'm Sophie Swine, the captain of the Hogs. Why don't we have a penalty shootout? We only need one stick for that.
Great idea!
Said Sean, and he quickly organised the competition. Each pig would get one shot on goal using an apple as the ball and Olive's umbrella as the hockey stick. Sophie Swine volunteered to play in goal. Everyone took turns to shoot. Some shot too high, some shot too low. But every time, Sophie would get in the way of the apple ball and eat it, stopping it going into the goal. For one shot, she even did a backward somersault, landing on her feet and gobbling up the apple.
Well, you're the last player, Olive. No one has managed to get a goal yet. So if you score a goal now, then you're the winner.
Olive took a long run up and swung for the apple ball. But the pitch was so wet, she slipped. Her shot had lost all of its power. Olive watched as the ball rolled slowly towards the line. But instead of saving the apple ball by eating it, Sophie simply let it roll through her legs and into the goal.
Goal!
Shouted Sean.
Olive's the winner!
The other pigs cheered and lifted Olive high into the air.
Gek! Hey, I'm glad I won. Sophie, why didn't you save my shot?
Sorry, I would have done, but my tummy's too full of apples.
Said Sophie before letting out a huge burp. They all laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Gek, actually, I've been playing a wonderful game of hockey.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure.